things work together for the best to those that love God and keep his commandments. One of the most fundamental instructions I received as a young man when I was studying meditation was trust in and speak from your own experience. Now, any fool can read books and quote from books, even the Bible, but no way does learning acquired from outside compare with what you actually see with your own eyes and experience in the actuality of here and now. Now look, my dears, here we are standing under a beautiful blue sky on a peaceful day. Now, there's hardly anybody around with these restriction problems, but the one thing that's notable among the few people we have met is that everybody's in a good mood, because this wonderful weather just lifts one up, doesn't it? And although not everybody may venture to say that this coronavirus is a blessing in disguise, there's something of that in the atmosphere, that there's a sense that God's in his heaven, and however it seems to our sort of human understanding, the world somehow held in greater hands than ours. There's a higher authority behind it all. Now, yesterday I referred to starlight above us, this unchangeable world of starlight, contrasted to the changing performance of this world. Starlight, and in a way you can say that sunlight is much the same. There's a constancy about it, isn't it? Because even if it's hidden by clouds, it's there. And on a day like this, it's only too obvious that it's there, isn't it? And it's unchangeable, it's reliable. If you go up in an aeroplane, even on the most miserable wet day, it's there, isn't it? It's there. As a farmer, I used to feel much the same about the earth. The earth endures whatever stupidities man does upon it, for better or worse. There's a sort of continuity about the land, and that's a great comfort to people like me who worked on the land. When I first started to meditate, I still do, I love to describe it as finding that inner starlight within yourself. That's exactly what it is. You find within yourself this surety, this constancy, this ocean of reliability within yourself. It doesn't change when all the outer scene changes. Or you can also consider it like the inner sunlight within yourself, the inner sunshine that never fails. It's never critical, it never hurts you. It's unfailing goodness. Now then, those that trust in God, was it something like that in that quotation? Well, what are these things, my dears, if not the threshold of the consciousness of God? God doesn't change. So the unchanging things of this world are indications of, representations of that divine reality that is behind the stars, beyond the sunlight. And in meditation, I've been doing it long enough to speak from real experience of this thing. In meditation, you go beyond the stars. You really do reach unto thee. It's indescribable. But there's always a beyond and a beyond and a beyond. And the deeper you go into that beyond, the more certain you are that that is the completion of which this rather far away precipitation that we call the world is really It's almost like outer darkness. It's where we live, and this is why we're so lost most of the time, lost and confused and don't know what to do. But insofar as one can come back to this origin, that's what it is. That is where it all starts from. This oneness. Then you begin to see the world at what it is. The world is an error. We've fallen out of our proper place. We've got lost. We're like lost sheep. And this is why we have all these troubles in this world. What can we do about it? Well, you can try and heal a virus with another sort of virus or some medicine or something little, but then you only die of something else tomorrow, won't you? The real healing is to come back to the one. That's what healing is. It's wholeness. It's coming back to wholeness. And wholeness is letting go this death-like grip we have on separation and coming back to this original oneness. And in that, my dear, we can see that all things happen together for the best, because that's exactly how it is. And our diseases are only here to indicate to us that we are lost and we need to come home. We need to find why it's happening. Then there aren't any diseases in heaven. I assure you there's no dis-ease, because that's what it is in heaven, because it's total well-being. And you know, I think yesterday I quoted about the stars, I've forgotten to say, those that dwell, how does it go? The dwelling is often used in the Bible to describe those that dwell, you see, in heaven, dwell in the heavenly places. And dwelling comes from the two words, do well, to dwell in the infinite. And you can never be closer to the infinite than right here and now. It's not pie in the sky, it's right here and now. And you only got to look at me just to see that this old man grinning at you is held within this invisible presence. And you see, how could I just be laughing all over my face if it wasn't real for me? That to dwell in this presence is the answer to all problems. And it doesn't matter when my body dies, nothing matters whether I get the disease or don't get it. It just doesn't matter, because you're held beyond it, where everything happens for the best. And these misfortunes in life are really just lessons, trying to drum into our thick, stupid heads that we're in the wrong place and we need to come home. Excuse the lecture. God bless you, my dears. See you tomorrow.